I've been getting a lot of questions about the system and what it is, what it's about, what it does, why it's different. So first of all, I'm one of the originators of the low oxygen brewing method, so a lot of what I do is because of that. And if you don't know about that, go to lowoxygenbrewing.com and we're more than happy to tell you all about it. So let's start with the control panel, and I've been getting a lot of questions about the purging and the vacuum on the kettles. The kettles themselves are actually sealed. They're gasketed and they have a band clamp, much like a fermenter. And so you can actually purge these vessels by pulling a vacuum on them. There's pressure relief valves at the top, right there. And then you actually have solenoids for purging nitrogen. So you have a lower and a higher. Empty containers, get the bottom purge all the way to the top. Vacuum pump, it attaches to the top of the lid here via a tri-clamp. And so when you're purging, it automatically pulls a vacuum to make it much more efficient. So each vessel actually has a bottom and a top. So if there's liquid in the mash tun, you can purge the head space only. Same with the hot liquor tank. There's also some extra ones for purging tubing. This one here purges all the tubing for the mash tun. There's another one that purges all the tubing for the hot liquor tank. And there's another one that purges all the tubing for the water into the boil kettle. So all the lines can be purged. There's no vacuum on those lines, just a straight purge. The other question is, what are these boxes? So these are micro motion Coriolis flow meters. They read real-time gravity, flow, and temperature. So you can get a real-time gravity of whatever your wort is on the fly at any temp. The purge check valves and stuff look like that. So they're controlled by solenoids in the panel. And like I said, they have check valves on them, so they can just push and clear tubing, and they're kind of all tucked in here. They're everywhere on the vessels, on the tubing, just to make sure you have a low oxygen environment. Because they are sealed kettles, when you're mashing, if you want to take a pH sample or gravity reading for any reason, even though you have that all in line, because these also have pH and DO probes in the vessels, along with pressure for volume and flow sensors, proportional valves, and the whole nine. But if you would want to take a sample for any reason, since it's sealed, you just use these sampling valves. Every vessel has a sampling valve in case you want to take a reading. It's kind of a mess down here since this was just my inaugural test brew, but all these are hooked up via panel connections like this. There's your solenoids, sloppily put together for all the different purging. Here's your real-time readout on the control panel for your mash tun, density, flow, and temperature, your boil kettle density, flow and temperature. Here's pH and DO for the boil kettle, pH and DO for the mash tun, and pH and DO for the hot liquor tank. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. Electric ball valves everywhere, and it's all controlled via the GUI. And it isn't automated yet because I haven't written the script, but I have started on the script. So soon it will be almost 100% automated. I will still have to add grain, but we're working on that with a grist hydrator, and I have to add hops, and I'm working on that, an automatic hop dropper. So that's to come. Otherwise, each vessel has proportional valves, pumps, 3 pumps, 4 proportional valves, and so I can set flow at any rate. Here's my flow. There's nothing going on there right now, but that's how my flows. I have flow here, and you can simply manual override valves by tapping them. That turns it on, turns it off. Same with the purge and vac. I can pull a vacuum. I don't know if you can see or hear this, but it just pulled a vacuum on my finger. And so these are all the manual overrides. And yeah, so that's about that. Hopefully that answers some questions. It might make some more questions, but if you have any, just let me know.